Construction, Inc. The estimate for the project was $564,343. The City of Lamar has received a surface transportation block grant from the Iowa DOT in the amount not to exceed $432,600.
All right, so let me talk about that a little bit, the financial part of it. So when I fill out these applications for these funds, the max I can ask for is 80% of the project. Okay. Typically, they get awarded at that 80, sometimes less. In this instance, that 432,600 is about 77% of the estimate at that time. So what I'm unclear on, and I'll find out yet, is if you notice that the 432,600 will cover 100% of the project. So what I want to find out is if that in fact will happen, or is it still going to be a percentage? The way I read it is it will not cost the city anything. But like I said, I want to confirm that, but I don't think that should hold up the council awarding it because it's a good bid. And then a couple other highlights I see. I did put it in there. So August 31st of 26 is the late start date. The DOT doesn't put a regular start date in there like we may on our projects. They only put a late start date in there, telling the contractor you have to start by this time. And then they put working days in there. So it could be a spring. We haven't had any discussions with any of these contractors yet, so I don't know exactly what their time frame is to do it, but once we award it, that's when we can talk to them. So I'll probably give you an update once that happens to let everybody know when the project could start.
These bids would be good until what date?
We have 30 days to approve or reject.
Okay. So would it,
I don't think I know what you're going to ask, but I don't think it makes any difference because we had already budgeted to spend that difference.
yeah, I understand that, and that's why I hesitated there.
Yeah.
You know, whether or not it would make a,
So
if we ought to just wait for 2 weeks just to make sure, or, I mean, if it's already budgeted, it probably doesn't, I mean, I don't know if it makes any difference, but.
No, because it can only go down. I mean, so we've already budgeted for that difference or expected to pay that difference.
Yeah.
But if they do the 77%, we're gonna, essentially, it's gonna cost us less than what we originally anticipated.
Right, yeah, so.
I mean, and if we already expected to spend that percentage of it, I guess I see no reason to reject it.
Well, I wasn't gonna suggest that we reject it. I was just, do we wait until November 18 is all.
Either
Next
way,
meeting.
we're spending less
Well,
than we were.
Correct, but just to make sure that exactly we know exactly what it's gonna be. But, I mean, if the group is comfortable with that, then that's fine. I'm just asking the question.
I'll
Just to
make the
group
motion
comfort deal.
to adopt Resolution 2551 awarding the contract for the 12th Street Southeast 2nd Avenue to 4th Avenue PCC pavement replacement project to Steve Harris Construction, Inc.
I'm in a second, but I did want to have you say, because you said you always say where the funds are coming from, if it doesn't cover it 100%, the percentage we're paying out.
This falls in our urban renewal.
Okay. Just so everyone understands that. So I second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Pick,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes.
Goodchild,
Yes.
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Bruns,
Yes. Motion carried. Moving on to D5, no parking request. Public Safety Committee is requesting no parking on a portion of 2nd Street Southeast in the 200 block area of the Wells North Ice Cream Plant.
Currently, it is difficult to get emergency vehicles through when vehicles are parked on both sides. Recommendation is to place a no parking from here to corner sign on the north side, 60 feet east of the intersection.
I know, so Mark sits in the safety committee and you drive that street quite often.
I drive that
There's
about 4
actually-
times a day, and there's always vehicles right up to the stop sign. Sometimes they're having their lunch or hot boxing a smoke quick, or sometimes just where they park. So it's a congestion area in that particular spot.
Yeah, and placing, you'll notice that on that corner lot, there is no house. That lot is actually owned by Wells, so it's essentially not affecting a private property owner from parking in front of the residence, so.
I assume there's plenty of room in the parking lot over there?
Yes.
Yeah, I could have showed that picture, yeah.
Does that-
Usually is on a daily basis. Yeah.
On a daily basis, I mean, normally.
But, I mean, they'll park as close as they can get to the door.
Motion adopting resolution 2552, authorizing no parking from here to corner on the north side of 2nd Street Southeast.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Bruns,
Yes.
Goodchild,
Yes.
Pick,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes.
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Motion carried. Item D6, outside water usage meters. Section 91, outside water usage meters of the Lamar's Code of Ordinances references a city administrative policy outlining water meter guidelines. The policy was put into place on January 3rd, 2012. Any changes to the policy must be approved by the city council. The original policy is attached. Administration is requesting that changes to number 7 be made. The changes will affect how the city bills for the water usage of the outside meter. Currently, property owners are not billed for the water usage through this meter during the months of October through April. Depending on the weather, outdoor water usage may occur during the unbilled months, but property owners will not receive a bill for that usage until their May bill. The change administration is asking for is to allow billing of outdoor water usage year-round as amended policy is attached. Administration is recommending council approve the changes to the administrative policy regarding water meter required.
All right, did any of that make sense to you?
Yeah, we're just spreading it out over the months instead of them having a very
Yeah,
large
usually-
bill.
Yeah, I mean, because usually what happens is, in May, the building department gets phone calls and asks why my water bill's so high. Well, it's typically because you had a sprinkler system with a second meter, and that amount that you used when we stopped billing for it just carried over and got added to your meter. So the consensus, why don't we just bill it when you use it rather than carry it over? So
And for those of us that don't have that extra meter
if you don't have a second meter. it
or don't
doesn't-
water my weeds, you know, it's not gonna make any difference at all. So,
Right.
Yeah, so it only really concerns the people who do have second meters for their irrigation systems.
And it's not an additional charge, it's just, you're basically paying for it in your regular billing as
Spread it
opposed to
out.
a May. So.
There's no minimum that will apply.
Correct. If it's
On the-
not-
on
if
the
it's not
winter
used,
months.
It won't be billed.
Okay. And the reason we did it the other way is we didn't want to have to apply a minimum during those winter months in our software. It was difficult to manipulate that, so we just quit billing it
So then this software actually is the other way.
the other way around.
Yeah.
It's hard to shut it off.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the changes to the city administrative policy regarding water meters and specifically outdoor water usage.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We go on to discussion items. First up, library report. Or do you want to go first, Jason?
Are you nervous? You anxious to get up there?
Give me a little time.
I'll let you steal it. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I think everybody has a report in front of them. This past year, we had a really good year at the library. Some of the changes that I'd like to note are we did change one of the staff policies that we are requiring all staff to do some continuing education. This is done because we need to keep up with the technology and the library services that are required to do our job. And the classes range from training provided by the State Library of Iowa, technology training on policies and procedures, as well as that provided by the local EMTs and professionals in that arena. The library also installed a new people counter mounted on the ceiling for a more accurate door count. We worked with Rock Valley Public Library. We provided some assistance during their difficult months following the flooding. The staff worked with Kathy Otkin, the challenge students teacher, and her classes to develop new STEM and STEAM kits for the library. We have a soaring popularity of graphic novels in our collection, so we added some new shelving that accommodates that. And of course, we had some uncertainty earlier in the year with federal funding. I was joined with several other librarians in the region, and we asked staff members from the congressional delegation to meet with us and talk about that federal funding that for us funds our delivery system around the state. And that went very well, and we also asked our patrons if they wouldn't call in support of that federal funding, and I'm relieved that that federal funding is still in place. Our statewide delivery did change, however. We used to get delivery twice a week, we're down to once a week, and that's partly due to the increased costs, but also just they're looking at future changes that may happen, and they want to kind of adjust to that. I guess I'll close to say that I'm thrilled to be part of the group that brought Second Chapter Gently Used Books to downtown Lamar's. The bookstore is operated by the Friends of Lamar's Public Library, and it opened in June of 2024. And since that opening, we've sold over 3,500 books, and total sales have topped $11,000. The store is operated by over 50 volunteers. It sells library discards and books that are donated by the community. And so it has been a really wonderful experience for me to be part of that. And the staff will continue to work hard in the next fiscal year to keep the library relevant and responsible to all the residents of this thriving community. I'd be happy to take any questions.
What was the amount from the bookstore?
As of the end of September, we're just under 11,000, but I worked last weekend, so I know now we're over 11,000, so.
How many hours of continuing ed are you expecting of your
Right.
people?
So if we have staff we have a lot of part-time staff. So some staff work one night a week and on the weekend rotation. So we're just asking that group of staff members to do 4 hours. And just recently, we had the fire extinguisher training and the AED training, and that was 2 hours right there. So they just need 2 more. So, and then it does go up. At the full-time level, that is 12 hours for the year.
Is the majority of the continuing education online type things? They don't go
Yeah.
somewhere?
Almost all of it. That training that I just referenced, that was required in-person training. Yeah. So most of it is. We did have the Iowa Library Association was in Sioux City. That counts towards that. So that was in person, but almost all of it is online. There's a lot of good offerings from the state library.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shirley.
Shirley.
All right, Jason.
All right, the rail extension, looks like the main line could be completed this week, so the full depth of it. The rail installed, but there's still other things to do outside of that, so that's gonna be done pretty quick. Centennial, I met with the contractor this morning up there. With any demo, there is a 10-day rating period from the DNR. So that's been done, so he can't actually remove the building until 13th or 14th at the soonest. But his hope is to get in there maybe Thursday or Friday of this week, to get in the building, to start taking out, like wood stuff and some of the belongings inside, possibly get to those trees, but no building will be taken down until late next week at the earliest. So, to remind everybody, the Business Highway 75, that public open house is Thursday out at Willow Creek Banquet area, and that runs from 5 to 7. So that's, people are free to come and go. There's no presentation. There'll just be easels with some drawings on there, some questions, and people can respond, ask questions, and then the engineer will take that information, present it to us, so we can, as you as a council can decide how we move forward with that project. We got 2 bid openings coming up, the 18th Street Southeast drainage bids. Those are due and set to be opened this Thursday. And then the Southwest Commercial property out by Love's, those are due next Wednesday. So both of those results will be coming to council at the next council meeting. So, that's all I have.
Joe?
I don't have anything today.
Mark?
I was going to just remind everyone of the public open house as well on the Business Highway 75. And can't stress this enough, come to these things, let your opinion be known. Don't wait until next year sometime and it's gone to 3 lanes or something like that and say, why are you doing this? This is your chance to give input. And then the last thing is just make sure everyone gets out and votes.
And just one thing I was remiss in saying, if you can't make it to the open house Thursday, you still do have an opportunity to comment. All the same information, if you go to the city's website and scroll down, there is an opportunity for you to go to the survey part and get the same kind of ability to comment if you want. So.
And I guess I would add too, they can always reach out to us as well. And usually emails, when you get 40 of them, we have a nice discussion. So there's an opportunity to do it without having to go to a public event, but this is the time to
Glad
get
there's
there.
alternatives, because this is a road that affects every person in town, regardless of whether they have a business there or whatever, so. Steve?
I want to give another thumbs up to our street department for that new leaf cleaner they have. Just fascinating to go out and watch that puppy go up and down the streets.
I thought that thing was so ridiculous.
It does look funny.
It is big.
It really
It's very
sucks.
big.
Yeah, it really sucks.
In a good way. Picks it up.
Yeah. Just encourage people to get out and vote, and also attend this open house as well. Your opinion matters, so. Clark?
Yeah, I think the whole public hearing, and I was gonna say that when we had a public hearing here, all the banter that's going on, 75. Take away, don't wait until next year when decisions are made to start bitching about it. It's ridiculous. We offer public hearings, and people don't show up. Takes away your right to bitch later as far as I'm concerned. That's just a matter of fact, like me or hate me, I don't really care. 12th Street from 4th Avenue to 7th. I really want that on the city's radar. I want that on the city's radar. I won't be here to help with that. But we awarded ISG 150 grand to do a study on a street that probably wasn't even on our radar a year ago. And we have a street that's horrible. I think that money should be applied there, but that's water under the bridge, we're moving forward. But 12th Street, 7th to 4th has got to be on a radar, period. That's it, thank you. Oh, yeah, go vote.
I want to back up one thing too, and my comment's mainly to you, because you asked me to reach out to the Park Place folks.
Yes.
And I still have not connected with them to get a date for them to come here, but I'm still working on it.
Good,
So, you know.
thanks. I appreciate that, Ron.
Brian.
Nothing that hasn't already been said.
Same for me.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.